Why on earth am I so late to the Pierre and Teyana Taylor party? Like seriously, how did I not know about these two before now? Because after digging into their story, I'm telling you, you're going to love this. The photos alone look absolutely divine. They're so perfectly matched, it's almost as if they were made for each other. It's like something straight out of a French art museum, so classy and timeless. I'm here for it, completely here for it. And honestly, that's probably why Lori was like, no thanks to Aaron, because if Lori was interested, she wouldn't hesitate for a second. She's known for going after the new bank, so it says a lot that she was cooling on him. They really looked that good together, and you could tell people were really rooting for them as a couple. But then the whole narrative took a turn, and not in the way anyone expected. Pierre recently did an interview that blew up online, and trust me, the things he said were shocking. In just a few seconds, Aaron called staring straight into the camera the worst decision of my life. Those words exploded across Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, with fans scrambling to understand what he meant. It wasn't just a slip-up. Aaron didn't shy away from saying that dating Teyana Taylor was a huge regret for him. And that shocked a lot of people because just months ago, these two were considered one of the hottest, most natural couples in the spotlight. Their chemistry was undeniable, and the photos they shared looked like they belonged on magazine covers. Teyana seemed to have finally found her happiness after a tough breakup with Shumpert. But Aaron's confession now has everyone questioning what really happened behind closed doors. Aaron went into detail about how things weren't as perfect as they seemed. He described Teyana as much more controlling than the public ever knew and said their relationship was full of constant arguments. He admitted that it didn't feel like love anymore, but more like he was just a prop in her life, trapped and frustrated. Even more striking, Aaron suggested that Teyana was still emotionally tied to her ex, Shumpert. He claimed that almost every fight they had circled back to in some way, and that no matter what he did, it never felt like enough. He said it was incredibly difficult to be in a relationship when the other person still has one foot in their past. Naturally, fans started speculating if Teyana was never really over a man and if Aaron was just a rebound that went too far. The drama didn't stop there. Aaron revealed that Teyana often manipulated him into staying, making him feel guilty whenever he wanted to leave. He said she would cry and accuse him of abandoning her, which kept him stuck even when he was unhappy. And then came the part that had everyone talking. Aaron described one particularly explosive fight where Teyana allegedly threw his phone at the wall after accusing him of texting another woman. Aaron insisted the messages were innocent and work-related, but that didn't stop Teyana from losing her temper. This painted a picture of a relationship full of jealousy, tension, and power struggles, completely opposite from the glamorous image they showed the public. Aaron also opened up about how dating Teyana affected his career negatively. He said that after their photos hit gossip blogs, brands he was negotiating with suddenly pulled back, not wanting to be associated with the drama. He said it felt like he was part of a circus, and people stopped focusing on his work, only caring about the relationship turmoil. Aaron claimed that it was all about Teyana's image. If he didn't show up or post enough on social media, he was painted as the bad guy. The pressure to maintain a perfect public front was exhausting, and over time, it took a real toll on him. Unsurprisingly, Teyana's friends and supporters fired back on social media. One of her close friends accused Aaron of playing the victim and using Teyana's name for attention. They pointed out that Aaron loved the fame when it was working in his favor, attending events, posing for cameras, and enjoying the perks of dating a celebrity. But now that the relationship ended, he's trying to flip the script and act like he hated it all along. The friend's response added even more fuel to the fire. The fallout was immediate and explosive. Fans quickly split into two camps. Some rallied behind Aaron, applauding him for exposing the harsh realities of dating a high-profile celebrity, while others accused him of bitterness and airing dirty laundry just to stay relevant. The internet exploded with debates, memes, and endless Twitter threads dissecting every word of Aaron's interview. Then, things escalated even further when Shumpert himself chimed in with a cryptic Instagram story that said, "You can't blame the woman if you weren't man enough to handle her." No tags, no names, but everyone knew who the message was aimed at. Fans saw it as a direct clapback at Aaron, accusing him of not being able to keep up with Teyana's fiery personality. The subtlety of that post only added more chaos to an already wild situation. Meanwhile, Teyana has stayed publicly silent, but sources close to her say she's absolutely furious and feels deeply betrayed by Aaron's revelations. One insider shared that Teyana trusted Aaron enough to let him into her life and family, and now she feels humiliated by how he's dragged her name through the mud for everyone to see. That same source says Teyana is seriously considering legal action if Aaron continues to spread what she claims are exaggerated or false stories. Behind the scenes, the tension is thick, and friends say Teyana is struggling with whether to respond publicly or keep her dignity intact. On the flip side, Aaron's facing a tidal wave of backlash from fans and industry insiders, with his management scrambling to contain the damage. A major brand partnership that was supposed to launch his profile this year has already been paused, reportedly because the company feared the ongoing scandal would harm their image. This drama isn't just personal anymore. It's bleeding into Aaron's career and threatening to unravel years of hard work and reputation building. Aaron did post a brief apology on Instagram, saying he regretted how things ended and never meant to hurt anyone, but it felt flat and lacked the raw honesty fans wanted. Crucially, he didn't apologize directly to Teyana or retract any of his explosive claims, which many saw as a half-hearted attempt to save face rather than a sincere apology. The comment sections across social media were filled with criticism, with many accusing Aaron of caring more about protecting his image than truly owning up to his mistakes. The consensus seemed to be, his apology was too little, too late. But here's the twist: despite all the backlash, Aaron seems strangely unfazed. Insiders say he's gearing up for what might be a nuclear option. Rumors are swirling that he holds private texts, voice notes, and videos from his time with Teyana that could dramatically change the narrative. If he releases those, this scandal won't just simmer. It will explode into a media circus that the entertainment world might not be ready for. At the same time, everyone's on edge wondering what Teyana will do next. Given her fierce reputation, it's hard to believe she'll stay silent forever. Rumors suggest she might be preparing a major public response. Maybe a tell-all interview or even a fiery Instagram live where she sets the record straight with no filter. Her current silence only fuels more curiosity and suspicion. Will she take the high road or come back swinging? Judging by everything so far, many expect the latter, setting the stage for a dramatic showdown that will only deepen this saga. What started as a simple offhand comment in an interview has turned into a full-blown war of words with tension escalating by the day. This is no longer just about personal grievances, it's a high-stakes battle involving careers, public images, and personal loyalties. Every revelation and cryptic social media post is a strategic move in this game. Aaron's attempt to tell his truth might have backfired spectacularly, or it could be just the opening salvo in a scandal that shakes the entertainment world for months or even years to come. So, who will blink first? And who will be left standing when all the dust settles? For now, both Aaron and Teyana are digging in their heels. Fans are polarized, media outlets are hungry for exclusive scoops, and social media is buzzing non-stop with theories, hot takes, and insider gossip. This story is far from over. If anything, it feels like just the beginning of a long, messy saga filled with drama, heartbreak, and maybe even some shocking surprises. At the end of the day, one thing is crystal clear. The messy, complicated, and very public breakup between Pierre and Teyana Taylor is layered with raw emotions and consequences that will ripple through everyone involved. The truth is still unfolding, and trust me, no one wants to miss a single moment.